There are various types of villains that come out of Greek myth. Some of them are these creatures or monster characters that the heroes of the stories have to come against. There are also humans and people that create these kind of antagonistic characters that some of these, again, heroic characters have to kind of oppose. And then arguably, like easily arguable, the heroes themselves do some really dark and kind of heinous stuff throughout their stories, yet are somehow strangely considered heroic by the ancient Greeks. Well, right now I'm working on finishing up the second part of a Greek myth duology that will be focused on the character Atalanta out of Greek myth. And in this kind of climactic ending, where I've built up to actually arguably one of the Atalanta's most famous, if not the most famous story about her, which is the foot race, I wanted there to be more depth than just the fact that it is her racing a bunch of men, and if these men fail, they will be, well, they don't make it afterwards. Let's just put it that way. Let's put it nicely. But we have this character, this heroine, who has this race, and I wanted to know kind of her psychology and like psyche of why. Why do we get in this situation in the first place? Why is it important that you have this life and not so life foot race, that this challenge that she put out there? And building this up, I realized I also wanted to add an extra layer. I wanted her to come up against another kind of opposition, this antagonist of some sort that she has to overcome in her own way. And so I picked a character and built him out as this kind of pretty terrible person who not only kind of beats Atalanta down both emotionally and psychologically, but really challenges her to come to terms with her darker self and the aspects of her that aren't pleasant, but also gives her a reason and shows the readership that she has this heroic nature to her. She has some really solid values despite some of her not so great decisions in her own past that she's made. And having this kind of personal, this physical and personal antagonist for her was really important to me, because the race itself is terrifying, but it's more terrifying for her opponents than it is for her. So I wanted to give her a reason why, and this build-up why, psychologically and emotionally, this climax was impactful to her in many, many ways. So hopefully I did it justice, and I'm about to finish up this book pretty soon, so I'm very excited about it. And so far, very pleased with how the story goes. But if you have a favorite Greek-based or myth-based villain or antagonist, let me know what it is in the comments.